44 News at 6.
Welcome back. It was a hot and humid day. Now we're seeing some showers and thunderstorms beginning to pop up. Chief Meteorologist Mike LaPointe joins us now. Mike, anything severe at this point?
We do have one warning out there right now, Adam. Matter of fact, Bosque County under a severe thunderstorm warning, as you can see, and that goes until 6:45. Right now, the showers and thunderstorms, they've been firing up right ahead of a dry line. The cap broke, so these thunderstorms went up in a hurry. They turned severe, and they're actually moving, as you can see here, just north of Gatesville now, heading up toward Bosque County and eventually a little bit farther up toward the Burleson area. This, by the way, is moving to the north roughly at about 25 miles per hour. So it's moving more to the north than it is to the northeast, but you can see the heavy showers and thunderstorms. Walnut Springs, you could be seeing a $half size hail. Also winds between about 50 and 60 miles per hour. Can't be ruled out as this quickly moves off to the north and to the east. Take a look at the track here. I moved it more a little bit back to the north a little bit just to give you an idea. Take a pick out where your city is right there, Joshua, around 725. Some very large hail definitely can't be ruled out as the entire area under a slight risk of severe weather this evening. Not only large hail, also some very strong winds. We could see wind gusts over 70 to 75 miles per hour, and even isolated tornadoes can't be ruled out as well. And also, just a reminder, we're still under that tornado watch that goes until 11 o'clock tonight. We'll take a look at those storms and again talk more about the watch coming up in a few more minutes. Back to you.
Mike, thanks. President Joe Biden is back on the road this week selling his infrastructure plan. Today he visited Virginia to highlight how his plan will help schools. Kelly Meyer joins us live from D.C. with the latest on what the president says his proposal will do and the uphill battle it's facing in Congress. Kelly?
Good evening, Adam. Well, President Biden is pitching his newly unveiled American Families Plan, which he says will benefit students, parents, and teachers, as well as help grow the economy.
We can choose to invest in our students.
During a visit to Virginia Monday, President Joe Biden highlighted how the $1.8 trillion American Families Plan would invest in education. The proposal includes $200 billion for free universal pre-K and $109 billion for 2 years of free community college.
They bring needed skills to our workforce.
First Lady Dr. Jill Biden, a community college professor, joined the president to promote the plan. The two toured an elementary school and community college, highlighting how the president says his idea could help the country recover from the coronavirus pandemic.
We can do this and grow the economy.
The American Families Plan and the American Jobs Plan combined come with a roughly $4 trillion price tag.
Loaded with tax increases that will slow the economy.
Republican Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell says he's interested in working with the president on infrastructure, but on a much smaller plan. There's also discussion of splitting the American Jobs Plan in two, something Virginia Democrat Mark Warner said he could support, but is still holding out hope for a larger bipartisan deal.
If we can get a bipartisan solution, it's always better.
And the president will continue his tour later this week with a trip to Louisiana to highlight water infrastructure. Reporting here in Washington, I'm Kelly Meyer.
Kelly, thanks. A deadly boat accident raises new concerns over maritime smuggling, a method Border Patrol agents say has significantly increased in recent years. It happened off the coast of San Diego Sunday, leaving at least 4 people dead and more than 24 injured. The deadly accident is now considered a human smuggling operation. Border Patrol says maritime smuggling increased by about 92% last year. Last week, officials stopped a boat several miles off the coast of San Diego. 21 Mexican citizens were on board.
Just one more method of smuggling, by land, what we usually see, and we see it by sea in incidents like this.
Border Patrol has ramped up operations to stop human smuggling off the coast, adding that there's a misperception that warm San Diego weather will make illegal crossings safer. Last week, a kidnapping call led to the discovery of nearly 100 people crammed into a Southwest Houston home. Now 5 people illegally in the United States are in custody facing federal charges of harboring, concealing, and shielding illegal immigrants. That's according to acting U.S. Attorney Jennifer B. Lowry. If convicted, each person faces up to 10 years in federal prison and a possible fine of up to $250,000. Today, a House committee examined the investigation into a deadly training accident that killed 9 service members in California last year. The report found their drowning deaths were the result of poor training, a vehicle in horrible condition, and lapsed safety procedures. The Marine Corps investigation of the July 2020 drowning deaths blames inadequate training, shabby maintenance, and poor judgment by commanders. About a dozen Marines have been fired. Parents of the victims say the service members saw red flags a week before their deaths.
Jack Ryan told me about his concerns with the AAVs and that they sink all the time. It was hard for me to believe that statement, but now I know there was more to the story.
More than 100 Marines have died in training accidents over the last decade, including 60 in the past 5 years. Lawmakers may also include reckless or gross negligence compensation for families in the next Defense Department budget. He's running 31 miles every day for 31 days to honor fallen soldiers. 68-year-old Mike Rouse started his journey today in Frisco. He came up with a 31 miles and 31 days challenge to honor 31 service members who died in a military helicopter shot down in Afghanistan in 2011.
And so I get very emotional, and I'm very passionate about it. And so to me, it's a privilege and an honor to be able to say that for one day I honored a man who gave everything he had. He died for me and my country, and I just ran 31 miles.
His goal is to raise money through pledges for the boot campaign and donations. His final run will take place on Memorial Day. Straight ahead, as we enter another week of the pandemic, national health leaders update us on vaccine rollouts and getting our kids back to school.
Weather-wise, we are looking at quiet conditions right now, as you can see here in the Killeen area, but the clouds will roll in. Showers and thunderstorms already firing up around Bosque County. We have a tornado watch to talk about. All that coming up next.
Welcome back. We're still seeing plenty of fallout from new reports showing one of the country's biggest teachers unions was influencing CDC guidelines on school reopenings. Fox's Jonathan Sari has more on that, plus rates how vaccinations are helping hospital rates fall.
It's a growing controversy threatening to undermine confidence in federal health officials. Newly released emails reportedly showing America's second biggest teachers union was influencing the CDC on school reopenings, pushing for teachers to remain working remotely while states work to get kids back in classrooms. The American Federation of Teachers says it was simply coordinating with its members about the best course of action, writing in a statement, quote, "Naturally, we have been in regular touch with the agencies setting policy that affect their work and lives, including the CDC.
The unions are holding out for more pay. In the meantime, our children get hurt.
The report comes as a growing number of schools are disregarding the CDC's guidelines on quarantining, allowing students who have been exposed to remain in class as long as they're using other precautions like masks and social distancing. And some doctors say they're following the science.
The science keeps showing more and more there's very little transmission within schools. In fact, there's much larger transmission in the community when you keep kids out of school.
Meanwhile, new cases and hospitalizations are falling as vaccinations ramp up. More than 245 million doses have been administered, and many areas are now offering walk-in vaccination clinics for folks who have had trouble getting an appointment.
It's a relief to get it. You know, now I can go about business as usual. Don't have to worry about it.
And New York Governor Andrew Cuomo announced Monday that his state will fully reopen on May 19th. In Atlanta, Jonathan Sari, Fox News.
Now to a story we mentioned in the 5:30 half hour. More than 8 million Texans are now fully vaccinated. The state's consistently securing nearly 1 million doses a week, but demand is starting to dwindle. The state is currently sitting on a surplus of 250,000 doses. The Department of State Health Services is ramping up its efforts to encourage those in under-vaccinated populations to get the shot. That includes using local doctors and commercials and pop-up sites at 22 Walmarts across the state.
That's why we're hoping that people will go in and they will talk to their regular pharmacist or they will talk to their doctor about why it's a good idea for them to get vaccinated.
The amount of wasted vaccine remains below 1%. The state will begin requesting less vaccines weekly if demand doesn't begin to pick back up.
Ranked the most accurate forecast in Central Texas by weather rate. This is Fox 44 Weather with AMS certified Chief Meteorologist Mike LaPointe.
Severe thunderstorm warning continues for Bosque County, as you can see right there, until 6:45. Showers and thunderstorms have been rumbling right through parts of Hamilton County, northern Coryell, and then right on through parts there of Bosque, and it's all lifting up to the north, roughly at about 25 miles per hour. Let me get in a little bit closer because hail seems to be a big story. We've had reports in parts of Bosque County there of hail size, golf ball size hail, 1.75 in diameter, and that continues to move off to the north. So Walnut Springs, if you live in Walnut Springs, it's raining awfully hard right now, as you know. Be on the lookout there for that hail. Stay in the center part of your home. You don't want to be close to those windows in case they smash and break in. What we are watching for right now is also some very strong wind with that as well. On our Viper radar, you also see some rain starting to spread a little bit farther back off to the east in parts of Hillsborough, but there's a tracker on it again, moving off to the northeast at about 20 to 25 miles per hour. And you can see it starts to take it up through basically a lot of those areas. Crawley, if it holds together, around 740. But the weather's been very active, especially just north of our viewing area, just north of the Hillsborough area. But our main threats tonight, once that cap gets going and breaks, and it's breaking in some parts, as you can see with the thunder out there and the lightning, high winds and large hail would be the biggest threats, followed by isolated tornadoes. Can't rule out flooding, but generally speaking, we've got to watch out for those winds and the larger hail as it moves through. There's that tornado watch. It goes until 11 o'clock, and we showed you where those showers and thunderstorms are firing up. Well, parts of the dry line there have kind of just broke through the cap, and that's why we're seeing it. Other areas to the south still looking at maybe some cumulus clouds out there, but that's mainly about it here across the region. As we take a quick peek outside, well, that was our Colleen Sky Tracker. There it is. I knew we had it somewhere in there. We are looking at quiet conditions once again. That's our live Centex Seamless Gutters Sky Tracker on the rooftop of One Colleen Center. Skies are clear, but it's humid. It's very warm. Temperatures today climbing into the lower 90s. Yeah, lower 90s. We should be in the lower 80s for this time of the year. It is 89 degrees in Temple, 91 in Colleen, 92 in Georgetown. Current temperature here in Waco is at 87 degrees. So as we go throughout the evening, we'll watch the dry line. Again, if the cap breaks, we're going to see a lot more showers and thunderstorms on the map than what we're showing. Our cap is holding, at least according to this computer model here. We've got the cold front starting to move through here at midnight, and as that cold front moves through, it may trigger off some showers and some isolated thunderstorms along it, if not right behind it. So we'll watch that very closely too as it moves across the area. We'll still see some clouds to start the day tomorrow, and again, most of the showers and storms will be off to our east, and again, right around the College Station area and then off to your east. That's where the noontime showers and storms could be tomorrow, and then a lot of sunshine as we hit the afternoon. Temperatures climbing into the 70s for highs, and then smooth sailing, no problems as we hit Wednesday night. I should say Tuesday night into Wednesday, and then as we go throughout the day on Wednesday, still looking high and dry with temperatures running into the 70s. So once again, the forecast for tonight, skies becoming mostly cloudy. There's that 40% chance of showers and storms. Right now, the active weather is in Bosque County, but it's moving to the north at about 20 to 25 miles per hour. We'll drop to 64. And as soon as that front moves through, our winds turn back to the northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds with the clouds in the morning, the sunshine in the afternoon, and about 76 degrees, the high temperature. And as we look ahead, much calmer weather on the way. Here's the Waco Mattress Center long-range 10-day forecast, 77 degrees on Wednesday, 82 on Thursday. A few more clouds rolling for the weekend, so we'll watch that. But again, not looking for too much in the way of precipitation. Mother's Day around 90 degrees, the high, and again, partly to mostly cloudy next week. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 80s for highs and down toward Bryan and College Station. As we just saw there with the shower activity tomorrow, that's why we have the 50-50 chance in there. But then quiet weather for the rest of the week then looks pretty good right now for Mother's Day with highs in the 80s, lows in the 50s and 60s. But we'll continue to watch the showers and thunderstorms tonight. You know, we've got that tornado watch, Adam, that goes until 11 o'clock. Most of the active weather has been to our north, but if that cap can break the farther to the south, then that will take everything right up our way.
Keep the cap.
I know. Hey,
that's what I'm saying.
We'll watch it. Emily's in there helping me as well.
There you go. Keep it north. Thanks, Mike. Mother's Day, like Mike just mentioned, just around the corner, May 9th to be exact. You can send your mother a special message and have it appear on fox44news.com or on air. Just go to our website between now and Sunday and submit a photo of your mom and a short message. We here at Fox 44 want to make sure all the wonderful mothers get their recognition they deserve. Up next, DHS is starting to reunite a small number of immigrant families who were separated from their children under the zero-tolerance policy.
Covering Killeen, Woodway, and all of Central Texas, this is Fox 44 News at 6.
Welcome back. President Joe Biden vowed his administration would reunite immigrant families who were separated by the zero-tolerance policy. The Department of Homeland Security now says it's taking the final steps for the first few reunions to take place. Alexandra Limon has the details.
The Biden administration announced it's reuniting 4 families who were separated under the Trump administration's zero-tolerance policy.
President Biden said we must reunite these families. He directed the creation of a task force of multiple departments and agencies.
Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas said on CBS this morning that the government is working with the ACLU to find some of the remaining families.
It's encouraging news. Yet again, an example of what a difference a president makes.
California Senator Alex Padilla says even after being reunited, the families will likely need more support. Humanitarian agencies say some children were so young when they were taken by the government in 2017 and 2018, they've likely forgotten their parents and native languages.
We just pray that both the children and the families as a whole get the support that they need to reunite, take care of the emotional well-being.
But it will still be a difficult task for the Biden administration to reunite the remaining families. Trump administration officials told lawmakers they didn't track the more than 5,000 children they separated from their families.
We have hundreds of families left, and we will reunite them all.
The Department of Homeland Security says these families can apply to enter and remain in the United States while their long-term status is decided. In Washington, Alexandra Limon.
Meanwhile, Republicans continue accusing President Biden of leniency given his administration's relaxation of immigration policies.
He's totally opened our borders. He's insisting that his public health agencies get more and more migrants into the country, as opposed to our border security being able to stop them from coming in the first place.
The first 4 families chosen to be reunited come from Honduras and Mexico. Coming up, how a Florida deputy got a gator back to a pond. Stay with us. Here's what's on Fox 44 tonight. Welcome back. A deputy in Florida using a broomstick to help guide a gator back to a pond. Take a look at this. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office capturing the encounter on body camera video. Deputy Wheaton responding to a call of a gator sleeping under a car in a Tampa neighborhood after it wandered away from a nearby pond. The deputy then used a broom to guide the 10-foot gator back to the pond safely. Look at there. That's bravery right there, Mike.
Hey, whatever works.
You don't know. Those things are quick. They can't run at angles, but they're quick. I've always said if you're running from a gator, zigzag, because they can't catch you, Mike.
They can't get you that way. That's good to know. That's good to know. Hey, we have some serious weather to talk about, Adam, here up in Bosque County. Right now, we're a few spotters in the ground are seeing some rotation going on right now. There's still a severe thunderstorm warning for Bosque County until 6:45, but an underlined but, there could be an upgrade there to a tornado warning. So we'll have to watch that very, very closely from Walnut Springs down toward the Meridian area. This is tracking off to the north, roughly, and northeast at about 20 to 25 miles per hour. Again, we're going to watch this very, very closely. That is in northern Bosque County heading up to the north. Possible rotation right now with the storm, and we'll bring you the latest as we go throughout the evening. Back to you, Adam.
Thanks, Mike. We'll keep an eye on it. Fox44news.com is where it's at. We're going to see you again tonight at 9 o'clock. Until then, be safe. Enjoy your dinner.